important.
Yes.
I have gone in a rabbit hole. I didn't know how special are eaters to these men. These men have these girls on their phone. Everybody has a eater. And I didn't know that. And then, like, you be like, are you so? And then you ask them, so if this girl suck your dick so good, why don't you marry them? And it's like, and they be like, I don't want to marry them. I don't really like them. I don't even know their birthday. I don't care about their last name. I just know that they're my favorite eater. So when they suck my dick, they're the best at sucking my dick. And that's that.
Have you ever been someone's eater?
No. Well, I don't know.
So true. You wouldn't know, I guess.
Well, the thing about it is sometimes people say that like their favorite eater is somebody that they just don't care. They just eat dick. And you know what? Sometimes they don't even fuck them. They just there to suck dick. But they never forget about their favorite eater. Like their eater is always in the back of their mind. Even if you probably fucking them and sucking their dick, it's like, yeah, she's sucking my dick too. Good. But they're thinking about their eater. Can you believe that? That's how important it is to know how to suck dick.
So you technically want to get to a point where you are wifey material with a background in eating.
Well, yes. And you will think, well, if he sees her so much, he probably got feelings for her. He probably loves her. Because why you keep going back to the same bitch? Do you know they don't even care if they're missing a leg? All they care about is their head.
They just want their dick sucked.
By that person.
And then what? They're just like, get out.
They'll be like, well, have a good day.
Thank you, Mary.
Some girls just really want to eat. Can you believe that? They just want to eat. They just know they were born
to eat.
I swear to God, it's a weird science. I don't understand it because I never knew, but it's the truth.
You're coming together. What's a kink or fantasy you've never admitted publicly?
I think I've done them all. I would like, in a threesome, to have a really pretty face girl that I really like. And we both fucking together. But like, not just like, my turn, your turn, my turn, your turn. Like, making out, clashing on it.
And I love that you specified like really pretty face. What, because you're going to have to look at her? Or are you keeping your eyes open or closed?
If I like her a lot. I mean, you know, it's really passionate when you make out with girls. Or not when you make out, period. I'm very passionate. Like, I like to make love. So I'm just not like, it's like, oh, you get and and I get and you get and I get and no, it's just like a clash.
You're coming together to make something beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Cardi B. I play some audio in there. I might not can play the audio. I don't know. But she talked about, you know, being an eater and her sexual fantasy and talking about wanting to hold her man's private area while he pee. And I mean, the true telltale is the amount of women who's agreeing with her. That's the real telltale sign. The amount of women that are in the comment section that are agreeing with her and saying, "Me too, girl." That'd be the kicker for me, man. Is the ones that be like, "Me too, girl." You know, I want a threesome too. Now, I'm like, really, the internet is one of the worst things that happen to women, because guys are really seeing who these women really are. And some things that should just be kept personal between you and your partner, okay? And for you to parade. And one thing about women, that's why they move the way they move. And a lot of reasons they are trying to be as overt that they are. They want to be men. That's what it boils down to. They want to be men. All the things they think is cool all the things that they think that make a man cool, they try to mimic those qualities, right? Now, the ones that's not cool, like paying all the bills, paying alimony, accountability, or being prosecuted like a man, you know what I'm saying, in the court of law, now they don't really want that. You know what I'm saying? Now they only want the qualities that they deem cool in men, and be women, be ladylike. Even if you a freak, be ladylike. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to bust down naked for a man, and he got the window. Hey, babe, close the window. We busting down. Close the window. I want to. Yeah, you get a woman that I don't care. Everybody treat it cool. Nah, like bring back tabooism. I know that ain't a word, but bring back being taboo. It's wild, man. And women like Cardi B, it's so many red flags. We could talk about where Offset went wrong, and that's one for the Patreon. But there's so many red flags here. She was a stripper. She was a struggling actor, struggling rapper, a stripper, a prostitute. She said that she used to drug men. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, I seen a brother, his name is Self Checkout. He do these little shorts on Instagram and TikTok. And he, rebuttals. He does a really great job of rebutting what women say. And there was one woman, we see these videos all the time. They talking about, yeah, I don't like it when my husband is happy. I don't care. No, she said, I don't care if my husband is unhappy. And he was basically like, I want to hear from the man that these women be claiming that they, be dogging and doing this stuff. Like the sprinkle chick. I want to see what her husband think, right? And at the end of the day, with all these videos, and a lot of these women be having boyfriends and they be having husbands. It's true because Offset took a stripper, a prostitute, and made her a wife. So you think it ain't everyday Joes who don't have the pick of the litter like Offset? He has the pick of the litter for the most part, especially in the black community. He has the pick of the litter. But he chose to pick that. So how many dudes you think who don't really have the pick of the litter, who's settling for these type of women? It's a wild time, brothers. If a woman has been with a woman or desires to be with another woman, it's unsalvageable. It's unsalvageable. You can't wife that. Y'all, you can kick it with it. If you want that to be your life partner, that's cool. I'm telling y'all, it's unsalvageable, bro. It's already a mental illness there, and on top of her being a woman that you cannot fix. And then she sit here openly talk sexually like, yeah, guys, eaters, they like, she put more emphasis. I want to be eater and a wife. My thing is this, right? Guys never forget their favorite eater, right? She's saying all that, and okay, cool, whatever, right? If an eater was so important and so valuable to a man, why would he just marry the eater? Real talk. Why would he just marry the eater? Simple as that. So I just want to be with men. Like they put the emphasis on the wrong thing, bro. They put the emphasis on the wrong thing. I just want to be his favorite eater. They never forget that. And it's like, and it's black women getting behind this woman, dog. That's what's so crazy about it. And a brother can just say, this is why I don't support black women. This is why I don't want to be with the majority of black women. And a guy can point to this alone. She called black women roaches and monkeys. They still following her. But if you as a brother say, you know what, I prefer light-skinned women, I prefer dark-skinned women, you're a colorist. Or you say, oh, this is why, I don't deal with majority of black women. And they say, well, you hate your mother, you hate your own people. It's like, okay. You telling brothers they hate their own people, but you had abortions. You had a life that was inside of you, and you took it and deleted it. So who's the real hater? A lot of these women were behind the movement when that Cynthia G girl said, delete all male black babies, but then went to go lay it up and get knocked up like a pookie. It's a crazy world, ain't it? Well, once women figure out they can't take the easy route, I'm gonna tell you two things. Once women figure this out, you can't take the easy route to being a wife, and and self check yourself and know you're not a wife. What I mean by self check yourself, and now you don't want monogamy. You know you want to sleep with women. You know you want menage a trois. You want trains ran on you. You know you want to be a freaky hoe and all of that. You ain't a wife material. You're a bot for life. Go sell it. You're just recreational use for life. Go be with the serial daters. Go be with the coochie slangers. Go be with the escorts. But you know what? They know getting with a man is a retirement plan. And you got some guys that think, oh, marrying a freaky woman is fun until your child come out like a freaky woman. Or until you start dealing with them and seeing they don't listen and they put y'all in compromising positions financially. You know what I'm saying? Does she embarrass you in a business meeting or she embarrass you in public until you find out that she sleeping with other niggas while you at work and all that. It's all fun and games then, right? Until her trauma come back and hurt her, and now she breaking down crying. She need therapy. Now she's affecting your sleep and affecting your well-being. Nobody thinks about that. Most guys just think, oh, pussy. And I'm like, all right, cool. Then what? That's a small fraction, or that's a small piece. That's a small piece of a relationship. When it's time to break down bills, when it's time to be responsible, when it's time to spend time in that house you spend money on. You put a stripper pole, a man cave, a woman, everything, but she always want to go out, always want to be in the street. A woman like Cardi B should never have been able to give birth to another life. She never should have been a wife. She should have been a bop. She should have been marked as a whore and gone. And she said something else in the clip. I don't know if I'm gonna play this clip or I see why my aunties and my mother, grandmother didn't have no man. I see why, because these niggas be. Why don't y'all just do what motherfuckers say do? Matter of fact, why don't you go get under the leadership of a guy that has structure, that wants to lead and all that? Why do y'all continue to go for the worst versions of guys, right? And trust the worst version of their leadership. That should let you know, if all the women around you can keep a man, why would you even want to go out there and perpetuate that side? You come from a lineage of hoes. You come from a lineage of can't keep a man bitches. Like, I don't get that. But you thought that you had money, you had fame, you had a BBL. There's too many red flags here, man. But everything they talk about is about a nigga. She can't do an interview without a nigga. It can't do a song without it being about a nigga. That's the crazy thing. See, when men conversate, we can conversate about things that don't involve women. Sports, stocks, investments, TV shows, cars, dreams. You know what I'm saying? Tools, farming. There's so many subjects we can talk about before you bring up a woman. Women ain't too many. Hair, I'm getting the hair done I need to ask a nigga for some money, or I'm getting the hair done for a nigga, right? All right, even a lesbian relationship, somebody want to be a man. All they talking points. Getting dressed up and getting fine. Oh, I do it for myself. I do it for other women. Do it for a man. Let's keep it real now. But that's all I had to say, man, because I can continue to go on. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere: Patreon, Facebook, Instagram, Kink, Twitch, the whole nine. Peace.